So, there is enough reasons to wail when you take a look at Nigeria. For instance, the educational system in the country is completely dead, and it is actually unfit for its purpose. The truth is, no parent who can actually afford education will want their kids or words to go to school in Nigeria. Not even me as a person speaking today. And I won't want to judge anybody, neither would I want anyone to judge me on this, because it's not actually a direct template of unpatriotism. The only way you can criticize me is probably if I'd been in government and I've not done anything as regards the educational system. But the reality is that the system has been destroyed. Even the teachers are even more illiterate than the literate they seem to be graduating. And the quality of mind, that has been graduated is a reflection of the society that we've together, collectively built. You go to institution abroad and you find Nigerian doctors, you find Nigerian nurses, you find Nigerian professionals everywhere who actually are no longer able to abide by our system in Nigeria. Go abroad and you find them virtually everywhere. I've seen many of them myself. But our own healthcare delivery system in the country, dead. You see the drugs, fake. Everything practically within the system, fake. Oh yeah, the typical Nigeria, you would usually want to step back, and point accusing fingers at those whom you would describe to be responsible for your woes. There is an organization in Nigeria which is known as the Standard Organization of Nigeria, popularly called the SON, or what we call the SON. And its job, which is virtually why you find it in every port of entry in the country, is to ensure that every material entering into the country meets a certain standard, which happens to be the best standard. And its job will not be done until it has been able to satisfy these things coming in as either fit or unfit. But of course, like every Nigerian institution, it has been corrupted and it's actually of no use or value anymore. From NAFDAC to the Standard Organization of Nigeria, you see, every institution has been destroyed, by greed, by impunity. And when we draw our attentions to this, we become wailers, mainly by Nigerians that should actually be listening to us, but because of lack of knowledge, they begin to see you as a wailer. Because they find it easier to blame the problem on those who import. And I'm a very direct person, quote and in quote, we all know those who import. There's a certain nationality, tagged with issues like this, of which I happen to come from also. And these things are done effortlessly, instead of focusing on the failures of the Standard Organization of Nigeria, whose job is to ensure that these things don't come into the market. Oh yes, let's blame them for all the bad drugs also in the market, since they are the ones who manufacture, they are also the ones, who sell all. So what, instead of us to admit as a clear national failure, relating to our putrefaction and impunity, the truth is there are more than 1,001 reasons to wail in our country. So I did some travel, within the UK, and I was able to cover a wide range of places within 2,000 miles. Places like Oxford, London, and the rest of them. I didn't find potholes on the roads. There were some areas I went to, I found many cows. But the funny thing was, I didn't find no herdsmen on the road. I found policemen in their cars on the road, the highway patrol, which happens to be the state highway patrol, the federal government highway patrol. But I never at any point, found a checkpoint on the road. There were no tires coupled with sticks on the road. There were no drums with cement in there. And yet, when I compare this to my country, you see, you find people commissioning road. You find people in position of power, commissioning bridges. The descent into madness has been so rapid as to be scary, I must say. But those who speak are always labeled wailing wailers. The question is, when are you going to start wailing?